Okay, we're starting week two of our finale. Scores are 5-1, 5-2 to 1-1. Now, having said that, even though the White Knight looks like he's pulling away, to say that he had a pretty interesting week, if I might. I think the captain pulled the spirit there out of the mountains. He got the dead adventure out of the caves there. I think he's going to head back and figure out. Probably, heck, hire the guard, go kill these wolves would be my next sort of thought. You turn in the dead adventurer for a point. Now from there, I mean, you got to figure out what to do, of course. But I would be looking for goblins, since that's one of his things. The archaeological dig is way down there, so I might actually be inclined to toss it, get a new card. So I think that's his plan. The Amazon or the Woods Girl, she probably had the slowest start of anyone. He started in the house. She sort of putzed around here. But I mean, as sometimes happens, the first couple tiles were not super useful to her. And so, that can make you struggle that first week. However, right now she has sacrifice, so she's going to try to loot the altar and then sacrifice a treasure, and then we'll go from there. The Amazon almost died. She was down to her last. All her armor's gone. She was down to her last two chits. Um, should have died, except for in most of these games, I find it useful to keep characters up and running here. So I do use a slightly soft version of Serious Wounds. So when she got hit for medium damage, which matched her vulnerability, I roll a Magic Realm roll. She takes that many wounds. She took 4 wounds. I think the actual rolls take double, but even that, I'm like, that's a lot of wounds. Probably kills you anyway, 9 times out of 10. So I do it a little weaker. Certainly, it's easier. But again, this is Ray. She's not going to, you know, she's not getting an unfair advantage because she didn't die. It's just keeping her in. Having said that, um, she did have to spend a couple days resting there, so she's got 6 of those sort of back. um, and she did pick up the light bow. So that is awesome for her. The White Knight right now, A, is winning, and B, he has the Sacred Grail and a Snake Buddy. So I do like sort of where he's ended up. It's a fun start for his game. He does have to finish Navigator. He has 2 of 3. Having a hard time getting that third one. What he really wants to do is no reason not to loot this vault a bunch more times before we move on. So that's sort of where we're at. And uh let's get these moves ready. I think for him, 1, 2, 3. So we're gonna hide and head up. Hide, move, move, mountain 5. Done. Woods Girl, easy move for her. She moves to 1. She's definitely gonna hide first. Move to 1. Search and search. 3. That is the Amazon. I mean, she still needs to. She's got to locate the statue on. But nobody's out. So I think what she does is we're going to rest 4 times, extra move to 4, right? Yep, to 4. And then the White Knight, well, the White Knight, definitely going to hide. Definitely going to search 3 times and burn that extra rest. Not that he needs it, but done. He's already opened the vault. So that is day 8 written. Looks like the Woods Girl is first, Captain second, Knight third. So let's move her down there. Let's hide her. It is a successful hide. And let's search. 4, she locates. That is her first of 2. So she locates the altar. So let's mark it off of her sheet. And now she gets a loot of the altar. Rolls a 1. She's taking the top treasure. That's the 3rd card. Golden armband. Well, armor for her. That's sort of cool. I will put that here for now. Oh, we need a monster roll, so that is true. Hold on. Let's get a monster roll up. Oh, goblins. Ugh, goblins. Yikes. That is nothing here. She is done. The captain is going to hide and then end up here. So let's roll that hide. He is hidden. The wolves do prowl. So they're going to prowl onto his space there. But he is hidden. Probably going to walk out tomorrow. I don't see him fighting the wolves all by himself. Maybe with a bunch of buddies. He is done. The knight will hide. Fail. Now he'll loot the vault 3 times, getting the 4th treasure in the vault. 4th. Hidden ring. Doesn't need it. That's 1. Two is a fail. The last one is going to fail also, I believe it does. Now I need to check goblins. Right there. Patter. Patter Cave is goblins. Howl, maybe? No. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. Yep. Howl and Howl. Each chick can draw once. Oh, this become the goblin. So definitely the knight has to start rethinking his life choices for sure. The Amazon resting 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. She'll move all those into fatigue, and then she takes her extra move to walk here. Might as well. And she is done. Do we have a fight today? We do not. We do not have a fight. Can the Amazon? So the Amazon is a slightly crappier ambush archer than the Woods Girl. She does not have a move L2. She could not escape, say, goblins. So that sort of reduces her to popping heavier thing. Now, if she has her armor, then man, that archer, that arching, that ambush archering, before she then goes and fights these guys is pretty cool. But she doesn't have her armor left either. So a little bit of a rough haul for her. So that was day 8, day 9. I think the captain's going to move on. I think he's going to. I mean, he has diplomat. He needs to get here for sure, but it's still that's a couple days. That wouldn't be bad either. Getting a sword goblin, but it's a rough haul. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we just make it to our buds there and done. Then he's in a thing. So he only has $10. He needs 24 to pull off. He needs $24 to pull off the guard. Unfortunately, that means selling a bunch of crap. So last game I did this, he had a bunch of stuff, and so he didn't have to sort of sell the farm. This game, I think the farm is being sold. So that's it. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to sell and then move on with our lives. The woods girl. So the woods girl has found the altar. So now her goal is to take some treasure out of the altar. So she's going to hide. She's going to search. Now she has a treasure from the altar, so she has to make a call because the other goal is to sacrifice this. And she just needs a large treasure that is one. But you know, a little bit of armor on her is sort of fun, right? That's cool. Now, unfortunately, the golden armband, you know, as soon as it takes medium damage, it's destroyed, so that stinks. But it's money when it's destroyed, so it's sort of a win-win-win. Having said that, she'll loot again. So that's her move. Our Amazon, well, I think she's going to spend one more day resting. And then does she move into the order? Does she care? She likes the patrol. I don't know the patrol has anything specifically. I mean, armor, but I don't think she has any cash or anything. Yeah, she doesn't have anything to necessarily sell. So I think she rests. That's going to give her most of these chits back. So that's good. So, okay. Yeah, oof, can she? How about this? Can she? Yeah, she can flee from the order if she needs to. So she's going to move to the chapel, and she is done. Oh, the White Knight. He certainly doesn't need the hidden ring. He only has $4 on it, though. This would be worth 20. That's sort of cool. So $24. He can probably hire a member of the order if he wants to and double up on that crazy goodness. How about we do this? How many treasures are left in? 3 left. How about we try one more day? Hide. Search, search, search. We'll do an extra rest. This is a little risky. Probably shouldn't do this. So that'll give us a day 9. So everybody's ready to rock day 9. Let's see what we got here. It is a 2. So serpents and demons appear. And demons. Serpents, demons. Let's get an order out of here. We got the knight. Okay, so the knight is first. Now we've already pulled the slither. Oh, we're gonna get the big guy, the big snake. We are hidden though, and now we're looting 3 times. So I hope we can roll that for a loot. That's a fail. 1, 2. Come on, give me a one low number. 1, nope, 3. Done. Ain't gonna happen. We got dank though, so we're gonna pull this guy. Tremendous Serpent ought to be an auto kill hidden. I'll try. I'll stare at that in a minute when we get to his fight. The captain is going to 1, 2, 3, 4. And I believe that all we have to do is drop this guy off here. These are our quest cards. Here's our event cards. Oh, and didn't. That's my fault. Okay. I'm not great at this, by the way. Dead adventure, take the corpse, blah, blah, blah. No wait. Turn it to any dwelling. So that's, yeah, end of phase in any dwelling done. So what I didn't tell you is there are a couple events. We have another dead adventure. We have the peddler. We had a wolf plague. Sorry about that. I did those in advance to try to speed up, to speed things along a little bit, and then forgot I didn't tell you about them. So my fault. So he's going to turn the dead adventure in. That's going to be a point. So he turns in dead adventurer. So that's going to give him his second card. So he actually is going to be in the lead for cards at least. So he is done with his turn. Oh, wait, no. He's going to trade. So that's... Ugh. Well, I think he's going to sell this and this. That's sort of how we roll, right? So I sell those 2 things. I put copies of them here. And the reason I do that is so that I know what he's abandoned, so I can count it against his gold at the end of the day. These, however, do go to the guard because he's selling them to the guard. We're going to put them like this and pop them like that. In the meantime, he's sold those and he has a total of 24 bucks. Next, Woods Girl. Woods Girl is going to hide. He does so with a single die, and she does, so she's hidden. And now she's going to try to take, there's what, 3 more cards in there? 3, so she gets the 3rd card. Oh, crap. Well, yeah, and that's great. That's the top card, so I don't care about either of these. I hit the wrong 3, by the way. I think that's a little bit, if you hit the 3 on the thing, you draw 3 cards. Which one goes first? The type 2 is on top, like that. In the meantime, she gets the 3rd card. No, she does not get the 3rd card. Sorry. Oops. She gets the 3rd card in the deck, which is the bottom card. It is the 5th card. It's the Enchanted Meadow. Return face up to the bottom of the pile of box that was dropped and follow the instructions on the setup chart. So she gets the Enchanted Meadow. So that's interesting, maybe. I don't know. What's in the Enchanted Meadow? So the True Steel, I mean, the pony would be great for her, but that True Steel sword is pointless. Now, interestingly enough, for her, she rolls a single die on searches. So she could get that pony, but she cannot carry anything in. She cannot carry that sword. If she could carry the sword, that would be the play. Pony's great though. It's a free L2, so she doesn't have fatigue when she runs. Pony's a 1. You do get a curse potentially. Where is she in relation to the order? She's not far. So, but do you roll for the pony? Ugh, I don't know. That seems like a bad idea. It's a 1 in 6 chance. If she could get the sword, that would be a no-brainer. You would absolutely 100% go for it because that True Steel sword is a great freaking weapon. M double star. So, like the Amazon with that becomes a beast. If I were playing honest to goodness multiplayer, I would go for that sword and then charge the Amazon out the run for it. Yeah, repair wounds and fatigue again doesn't help her right now. So I don't think she's rolling for that pony. I think she's good. Now what I did lose is how many of these did I do? So I think we're good. I think she needs to roll 2 more times here. So, but now she's down to a yeah. So that's a fail. She does get the top card, which we already know she actually can't use. It's the golden icon. With the only good thing is she can now 100% cast Control Bats here. Yay. Which is cool. But she can't carry that thing no matter what. So she is done. That's going to draw our guy right here. Serpents and Demons. The demon shows up and he's right there. So she is done. And now it's the Amazon. The Amazon is going to take another rest. So I think we're going to get as many of these chips back as possible. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 of her rests. Then I'm going to take one of these 4. And those are 4 rests. So how do we order these? Good question. Let's do it that way for now. And then she moves into the chapel. Limps into the chapel. But she is mostly healed. She's ready to rock now. So I think we have a couple combats. I do want to see, did anybody appear? So the house and the small campfire would be wood folk. So no one appeared. So I do have a couple things. The Amazon does have to roll for the order. They're neutral to her and they're fine. We have the Woods Girl. She can still run from this guy no matter what. I think she is going to. So what does sacrifice require her to do? I'm going to say, it requires a phase. I'm going to write that in. Quest phase. Some of these I missed. So quest phase. She's going to do that tomorrow, tonight. I think she's going to try to shoot this guy. So he is an unarmored tremendous. That is a 1 or a 2 to kill. That's what she's going to go for right now. 1 or a 2 to kill. 3. So her ready bow, it does hit, but indeed She does not kill the tremendous demon. Does the tremendous demon spot her? He does not. So that is the first round, nothing happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play such that we have to fatigue on round 2. I would love to clear this out. So round 2, she kills the demon. She has to fatigue. She's going to fatigue an M4 fight. Done. She gets 8 points. So yeah, East Paladin and I were vaguely, discussing this over comments, but when the ambush sniping goes well, it looks like it looks like you need to make a roll against it. When it goes poorly, you just laugh at the poor. I remember once we were playing, and one of the players was playing the Woods Girl and was trying to do the whole thing with killing the 21 points of goblins, and it took them like 7 days to get through the goblins. And they didn't end up with 21 points. They ended up with like 8 points or 9 points because they only killed them in onesie twosies, and it took forever. So that can go both ways. And in this game, wasting a week, that's a lot of game. So she caps him. This time it does not go like that. She caps him with a single fatigue. And she is done. The White Knight. So we are hidden. So we're going to play this guy to ready the weapon. And we're going to play this guy there. And we don't have to play a move because he's not on our sheet. And we leap out. And we're going to do, it doesn't matter where he ends up. And this, folks, is why you always, sorry. This, folks, this, kids, is why you always leave a note. So 6, he would go down to here. Tremendous creatures don't flip. He does 3 time, doing tremendous damage, and he kills it. No, it's literally why you always get the Morning Star. The reason you get the Morning Star is because, if it makes the White Knight a tremendous killer, so if you look at that same fight with the Greatsword, the best he can do is meet its time. He can never undercut most of the tremendous creatures that he needs to fight the tremendous troll, the most dangerous of them. This guy's reasonably dangerous to the White Knight. The best he can do is match its time, which means you're going for that 1/3 chance that you're gonna hit pay dirt and kill a guy. With the Morning Star, you're hidden. Most of those dangerous fights, Tremendous Troll, Great Serpent, they become auto kills. So always spend that first day, even if you have knights, even if you're playing with the knight's disadvantage, right? If you're not playing with the knight's adjustment and you're an ally with the order, you absolutely get the damn Morning Star. If you're playing with the knight's adjustment, you still get the Morning Star. So yeah, get the Morning Star is the short version of that message. So Morning Star gotten, a snake killed. I think that's it. I think we are done for the day. Day 10. So what is going to go on day 10? So day 10, we're going to do our hires. So, well, actually, let's, we're going to turn in Archaeological Dig also. So there you go. So that's, and gold magic source. Well, that helped us not at all. Good news is that doesn't matter either, because we're going to unfortunately have to spend a whole day here anyway. So we're going to do an extra hire phase, and then we're going to hire all the... the only other thing we'll do is, do we even need to hide up here? I don't think so. Who else shows up at the guardhouse? The patrol, right? I don't think anybody else... Does anyone show up at the guard? No. The patrol shows up here. we don't mind the patrol either. So anyone that can show up at a garrison aside from the filthy rogues. So we're literally going to spend. You know what? We're going to take one rest phase. If we can't get this in 4. So the captain rolls a 1 die for hires with the extended rules for him. So I think he'll be fine. And then he's going to drop this gold source and get a new card at the end of the day. So I'm going to draw it and put it here just so I remember it. And I'll take this off, but he'll do that effectively. Or he'll actually do it during the day while he's hiring. So that'll be what he does. So what? I think there's 1 card left in the altar. She's not going to draw for that card. Oh, actually, you know what she's she's not going to do. I'll tell you what she's not. Yeah. Ah, crap. What I Now, I'm not going to retcon this because she probably was not a safe move for her. So, what she would have done, what she could, because you don't have to. Let's say you draw. If you're a light character and you draw the golden icon, you can carry it until you have to move from clearing to clearing. In which case, you must be able to play a move that equals or exceeds all the weights that you're carrying. You don't have to play it, but you have to be able to play it. So, the idea is she could theoretically sacrifice the golden icon instead of her battle bracelets. The only other question would be, I think, the only other question would be, can she drop it in her clearing? Can she drop it in her clearing without without then having to, can she abandon it in the clearing? Because when you abandon things in the clearing, I know there's an extra rule that allows you to drop things in the open. I intended to not think about it. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be back. The rules. Oh, that's. I went out and I was like to my wife, "It smells like popcorn." She's like, "It's rice." I'm like, "Oh, right, got it." Okay. Grudges and gratitude, watchful natives, dropping and losing belongings. 2 ways a belonging can be abandoned: lost in the forest or dropped out in the open. Um, drops a belonging, he puts it in front of himself to one side. If it's a treasure card, he turns it face up. He no longer owns it. When he leaves, so, and now what that's for is that's a, you know, a way to trade things, or so she would have dropped it Um, she's gonna drop it here. That's fine. She's gonna drop it right there. Um, she wants the gray magic anyway, right? That's okay. So she's gonna do a quest phase. That quest phase is going to then sacrifice an item, which I'm gonna say. I mean, she really could use those bracelets. So, so we're gonna say, oh, yeah, no, that's fine. We're gonna say that this, yeah. So we're gonna blow that one. That's not great, but it is what it is. It'll get us a victory point. Or you would keep it and attempt to roll the one effectively to get that last treasure. I don't mind the dropping rule, but since I didn't say it, I'm gonna just live with it. So how about this? I say she hides and searches 3 times. We're going to go for one last time here. See if we can't grab something else to drop it in this altar and be done. Our Amazon now is mostly healed. So I think we're going to take that. 1, 2, 3. So killing heavies. So to kill a heavy. So this was something I was thinking about the other day. So the Amazon subtracts 1 from both dice on the missile table, which is pretty good. To kill a heavy, she needs a 3 or less, which means she has to roll a 4 or less. So the chance to roll a 4 is 7. 7 out of 7, 12, 15, 16 of 36. So her chance of killing a heavy with the bow is 16 of 36, or 8/18ths, or 4/9. So it's 44.4%. So that ain't bad. Slightly less than what the Woods girl would have. Can she run from these? She cannot run from these. I say we go try to get that spider plague done here. 1, 2, 3, 4. She can't quite get there though. 5 if she just ran for it. What I think she does is she's going to hide. So I am going to hide twice. I'm going to extra move, move, move. I think that gets me to the deep wood. 1, 2, 3. That's 2. Deep wood 2. So 2 hides, moves, deep wood 2. She is done. She's going to see what's in here. Maybe grab, and then hopefully 1, 2, 3, get the spiders. Now she has no armor, so that's a little dicey for her. It's okay. We're gonna live with it. All right. The knight didn't get anything out of his vault. I think. Do we? Yeah. Still got to pop Navigator, which is still annoying to pop here. We do have to get past, so let's get out of dodge. I mean, one failed hide roll is all you're going to need to get killed here in this particular hex. So let's do 3 hides and a move. Frankly, let's do hide, 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 and then let's pop a move into the goblins like that. And that is our day. And yeah, these are taking forever, so I do apologize. I mean, I say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Oh, and goblins do appear, so that's probably good that we booked it out of there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So the Amazon is going to. I think she hides 2 times, and she does. So she is hidden. Cairn 5. Well, there you go. That's a thing. Stink. So that doesn't draw anything. She is done. The White Knight is hiding all day. He fails once, so that's good that we didn't do a single hide. He succeeds the second time, walks into here. Every goblin, someone leaked the memo about the donuts in clearing 2, and every goblin appears. So there you go. The Woods Girl is strangely enough hiding and searching. She blows the hide. That's not going to matter to her today. So she blows the hide. She's going to search. She's looking for a 1. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't get one. I think she's done for the day. Oh, yeah. And then our guy is hiring. And resting. Let's do the hires here. He rolls 1 die hiring. The guard costs 12. He's looking for a 3, 2, or a 1. 2. Done. So first hire phase, he hires the guard. We had 14 to this. So on day 24, the guard HQ is going to leave his employ. But for now, they pledge allegiance to our buddy the captain, and he does rest, so he drags us back, and he's done. And that is the day. The White Knight wants no part of this. He's like, this is why I moved, and that's good. That's a little bit of a blocker there. Now, heck, we should go Woods Girl. She can ambush all of them and score a god awful amount of points. That would be pretty incredible. There are 18 goblins there. So that would be so 18 goblins. The be 19 times 9. So it would be 171 points. And then you'd be done. So yeah. All right, day 11. I don't think anybody else has anything either. Fight words, right? We're good. We are. So for day 11, let's get the captain's card. He has rescue. Perfect. That's actually a very good for him right now. So I think what he wants to do Hell, you know what? We're gonna do a rescue right now. So we're gonna investigate the rescue. So we pull the thing down for the notice. And so we're gonna grab a clearing containing one monster. So that's right here. We're going to put that there with the wolves. So somehow the wolves have kidnapped. I don't know how they did it. They've treed him. So now we need a native group. Eight is a lancer, so we're going to grab a lancer. Native is a captive. The Order and the Guard never find themselves in this situation. So our Lancer 3 is a captive. So we're going to go get a buddy here. So that's our rescue. Lancer at Mount done. So I think that's what we're going to do. That's our goal. Let's go get it. So to do that, we go 1, 2, 3. I do think we're going to hide because although we are pretty good at fighting these, the guard can't be hit by them or killed. And the captain's actually really good against these wolves. But let's take a quick look at the captain. So if you look at the captain, he can mostly dodge them. And when they're on their light side, like if you look at these wolves, when they're on their light side, they're not going to hurt him at all. And he can always play an M4 to dodge. So he can play a pretty easy game of taking that 1/3 chance. These guys do not auto hit ever, the wolves, but they cannot be harmed by the wolves. And so it's sort of an easy fight there. What you're really risking is, do you end up not killing anything for 2 rounds? That's really the risk. So the only thing we would worry about is there are still bats on the board. So I think we are going to do a hide and go 1, 2, 3. So we're going to hide and move, move, move to mountain 2. Done. And there's our move. And hell, the captain's even better. These handy gloves make him great against those wolves. So he is done. I think we're going to execute a quest phase. So that's going to sacrifice. After spending way too long here, by the way. So that's going to do the sacrifice. And then where does she need to go? She needs to kill a troll, strangely enough. Quest 1, 2, 3. She's going to go to Nutwoods 2. Done. So she is done. And the battle bracelets are going to go, so that sucks, but oh well. She didn't start with them. She won't end with them. I think our Amazon is going to hide. Let's say we hide 2 times. Let's be certain here. Oops. So if we hide twice and we move twice, one of those being an extra move, we can get in a search, see if we can get lucky and find that thing and start there. That's her gig. Oh, and the Woods girl needs to locate the cairn. So actually, knowing where it is good for her. So she needs to slowly make her way over there. The White Knight is going to, I think he's going to make his way back. Let's do that. Let's make our way back to the order. 1, 2, 3. So we don't even need to hide right off the bat. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to the chapel. And then we'll hide for giggles just in case. I don't know who's going to show up there, just the Lancers, and we like them. So, oh, you know what? Heck with it. Trade. Done. Let's execute a trade phase. Are there any type 6 spells that are any? That's going to tell us summon aid. Interesting. Just that one. So what that tells me is we're selling the ring. So the reason I would keep the ring would be, yeah, you go to the chapel, you awaken the spell in it. You can't learn it, but you can awaken it. If you awaken it, we can cast this. This is a type 6 chit with a 0 time. If it's summon aid, that's sort of fun, but that's a 1 in whatever 12 chance or something. Because we have the Grail, we have white magic all the time. We are not going to sell the Grail back to the Order. That 50, because we would get 50 notoriety if we did prowess if we did that. I don't think we're going to need that 50 prowess. I mean, we might, I mean, obviously there are fighters here that can do stuff. The captain, but let's not worry about that right now. Let's be happy that we can cast our spell time. So we're gonna head back and then we're gonna do a trade. We're gonna sell the hidden ring. Let's get that $20 back and $24, and then we can make the weird call. Do you keep the money? Do you hire the Order? With the Order, you would go clear these goblins. You would just hide, go in there with him, and then let him attack a bunch of goblins. Would be sort of weirdly fun. It would more than likely end you just end the combat. But anyway, okay. So 1, 2. So we got day 11. I am freaking chatty today. So there you go. Day 11. Let's roll on. It is spiders and imps. And the Amazon's going to go first. And we know how that's going to go. So the Amazon goes here. Now, mind you, I think she hid 2 times. So I think that was good on her part. Yeah, so she's going to hide twice before she gets there. She fails the first one. That stinks. She's going to fail the second one, too. No, she succeeds in the second one. She searches 1. She's looking for a 4 or a 1, which she gets. So she does locate the cairn, which is pretty good, actually, on her part. However, all the spiders now jump her, including the tremendous one. Now, the problem with the Amazon as an ambush fighter is she cannot run from things she can't kill. So she might be able to kill. So a tremendous for her, tremendous unarmored for her is 4 of 36. It's a 1 in 9 chance. So it's a pretty crappy chance on her part. So this all of a sudden is not a fight. She can't run. She only has a move 3. So she would be stuck here with this thing. She would have to kill this. And then she'd get stuck. And so if this doesn't happen, this is great. If it does happen, she actually I don't think that's a good fight for her at all. Your chance of killing that is 1 in 9. Your chance of becoming unhidden is about 30%. We can calculate it exactly. It is 11 in 36. So which is going to happen first? She gets spotted and then run down by the spiders. So she didn't get run down by the spiders today. She is hidden. But I think she might just get out of dodge. So done. The White Knight walks 1, 2, 3. He's now going to trade with his guys. Going to trade them to Hidden Ram. He's friendly with the order, so they're not going to give him a hassle. Just going to put that there. They're going to give him $20. And he is done. The Woods Girl is going to do her quest phase. Her quest phase is going to score her the victory point. So that's cool. And it scores her the victory point. And she gets a boon. And the boon is she can pick one of her chits and duplicate. I mean, I hate to say it, but sheer min-maxing potential here. We're going to duplicate her L2. Because that gives her 2 extra fatigue asterisks. So done. And she is awesome. And she drops Sacrifice. And she gets a new card. And that new card is Spider Slayer, kill a spider. Well, duh. We're going to go kill a spider. All of them. Because she can do what the Amazon cannot do. She can run from all those spiders. So she does have to give this up, by the way. And this actually just goes and is deleted. It's gone. So she effectively gave away gold. Possibly 2 points to get that point. But I think we're gonna live with that. So what we didn't do is our guard is gonna be following me for now. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. And we're going to hide, I believe, because we were concerned about bats. And actually, I probably shouldn't have been concerned about bats, because if the bats came, I would have lured 1 bat each, and we probably would have kicked their butts. So I'll remember that. So we are done, and day 11 is done. Do I have a combat? No, I do not have a combat. I'm a little disappointed for the Amazon, though, because I think she got sort of screwed there. So we know where the campfires are. The Lancers can appear at both of those and or the chapel. I think for the Amazon, she's going to just, well, so for the captain, it's going to take him 2 phases to get in. So the captain is going to hide 2 times and then move into the wolves, and he is done. And again, we're largely now the problem is the spirit's going to take one of those wolves, and that's going to suck. So, womp womp. Anyway, so that's going to be his day 12 is getting that done. The Woods Girl, filled with purpose, is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the woods, I believe. Don't think she knows any of the ruins. No, she knows 1 to 5. Oh, this is the ledges. I don't think she knows the ledges. No. She's going to move, 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 and move into the Nutwoods. I think 4. And she is done. I think the Amazon is moving to the chapel. Move, 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 and move, and move. Extra move to the chapel. And she is done. And that leaves the White Knight. So the White Knight can also, by the way, the White Knight can also drop quests if he wants to drop the quests. And I think he's dropping Druids. And where the hell is that Lost Castle? I think there's only one place it can be. I think it's here. I think we have depleted mountain hexes. So I think the Lost Castle's here, which is going to put it all the way back here. I think he's dropping that one too. I think that's a bad idea. Tiny hut place visitor and okay, and locate the shrine. All right. Hut in the mountains and locate shrine. Done. So there you go. But he still needs a day 12. Does he hire? Do you spend all that sexy cash you just got? Get a guy for say $18. He can definitely help you out. The shrine, do we actually know the location of the shrine or not? We got the Horde. Shrine looks like it's either here. Well, you got here, the High Pass, which is a really clunky high pass. Tiny hut barely matters. If we hire, we're stuck here all day because you can't assign him till the next day. So I say let's do it. So we will execute a single trade phase just to see what's going on here at the order. And we'll hire 3 times. Maybe we get, because we're looking for a 4 or less. Those are good chances to get a 4 or less. Remember, we subtract 1 on meeting. So that's what we're going to do. So day 12 it is. We're going to have some wolf action here. Oh, the other thing, too, I'm sorry. Okay, my fault. He also drew this. So I thought of that. I was like, isn't there another spider coming? And the answer is yes, there was. So now there's 3 spiders here. So it truly is a spider plague. So let's roll for day 12. Day 12 is more spiders. So yay. Captain is first. So let's get the captain moving. The captain's going to hide. And he does. And so him and his boys are all moving up here. And that is done. The Woods Girl pretty much just goes here. So she is done. The White Knight is going to trade with the Order. So what does the Order have? If I recall, they're just carrying an amulet right now. And the Hidden Ring. And the Scroll of Alchemy. And bits and baubles. I'm going to roll on a Warhorse. It's unlikely that we get a Warhorse, but we could get opportunity, right? 3, 2. Price times 2. So we don't want it. But now we are going to hire. An order cost 8 to hire. We're looking for a 3, 2, or 1. We get price times 2. We are going to hire the order for 14 days. So order 3. That's going to cost us a whopping 16 bucks. Minus 16. Done. So we're going to get our guy here for most of the game. And we are going to use him with his trusty horse to go kill goblins or spiders at this point. We're going to and I'm going to turn in his quest at the end of the day also. So there you go. Yes, find the altar and mountain pilgrim. Clearing in mountain ledges and cliff. I mean, it's certainly doable, though. But he turned to me, so whatever. So locate altar. That's slightly better than the shrine. Mountain pilgrim. So he has mountain, cliff, and legend. Those are the 3 places he needs to end a phase in one of those clearing. And he's got his guy hired. I don't think anybody else shows up at the no. And he is done with his day. The Amazon gets out of Dodge, so she's just all the way up there. And ends her day there. I don't think she hit or anything though, right? No. She does have to roll end of the day just because the order are not really her buddies. So they're warily looking at her. She blows it. They do not attack her, however. Do they challenge her or anything? Let's see what unfriendly looks like. 4 insults. She loses 5 points. Or they block battle her. um, I'm going to let them block battle me. They're going to be super slow on their getting all their horses and armor ready so she can run out of the clearing. That's what she does tonight. So she is done. And we have this battle right here. So all the wolves and all the guard. Oops, and I took the captain's thing also. Well, I do not like how that spread those out. It's a lot of spread now. So now we need to go get some buddy sheets here. So we need 1, 2, and 3 of these. Zoom in a little bit and place them. I need to adjust my lift distance to much less. There we go. That works. We'll lock these down. Lock, lock, lock. So we got the captain, who is very unarmored. So that's the only danger here is, but we are hidden. So we're actually not too worried about this. What we're going to do is we're going to remain hidden, and we're going to lure to our sheets a wolf apiece. And the rest of the wolves will then become So we're going to take that wolf and that wolf and just one of those. Bam. And then these wolves get randomly assigned. And so I'm going to roll, and 1, 2 is going to be the first guy, 3, 4 the second guy, 5, 6 the third guy. So 1 on the first guy, 1 on the second guy, and then the last wolf goes to the third guy. So very, very even, very egalitarian distribution of wolf flesh here. So we've got now our 3 attention chits, and I'm just going to put them on him and him and him. Again, not a great, not a super hard fight. What we're waiting for is for someone to we're waiting for someone to flip, and then the captain can come in and get a free shot on the flip. And then that's sort of when we'll worry about him jumping into the fray. I don't want him to get triple teamed because he could actually take a lot of damage here without his armor. So he's going to just sit back and watch the festivities for a while. So first, wolves 6. So he goes here and he goes here. And then we're looking for flips. Oh, by the way, we're going to play on this side always. It doesn't really matter because we can't undercut anybody. No flip. No flip. Second box. 6. Same deal. And flip. And flip. So both of these guys flip. Third buddy sheet. 4. So everybody stays aligned. Flip and no flip, and a flip. So where do we end up? Well, everybody's going to hit. So no matter what happens, so we miss. Everybody hits him. He's heavy and armored, so none of these wolves can actually damage him through his plate mail stuff going on here. Same thing here. Both wolves hit. He misses. No one damages this guy. This guy does intercept and kill him. So that's 1 wolf dead. So very good. And I'm okay with round. So since nothing happened, well, I shouldn't say that. Since a wolf was killed, we're still in the first round, right? We got to go 2 rounds consecutively where nothing happens for the combat to end. That's where the captain comes in. He's going to make sure something happens in the second round, if that happens. But right now, we're still on the first round of that. We are on round 2, though, and weapon speed counts first. But again, I'm not super concerned because the wolves are incapable of harming the guard. So let's just sort of see how this rolls. First guy, 5. Oh, so too bad. He comes here, he goes here. We can roll the flip. So the first guy is not flipping. Second guy, not flipping. Second buddy sheet is a 2. So that means these guys actually do this. First box does not flip. Second box does flip. Third sheet does not move. So everybody stays put and he flips, but he is intercepted and killed. So still, we're still good there. And everybody else misses pretty much. Same deal. Nothing's changing. So what I'm going to do is he's going to lure him down to his sheet. The captain this round will actually play a fight. And he's going to play it down here. Right there. Oh, nope, I'm sorry. Right here. And he is going to target. So we are going to flip this chit. We're targeting this guy. Because that's going to be an auto kill. And even if we do miss somehow or whatever, then there's only one wolf left that is unlured, and we can fight one wolf with our shield effectively. So let's see what happens here. He moves down one. So we're going to miss again up top. He flips. Here, let's roll our two wolves. So sure, he's attacking him, right? And the captain is attacking the top one. Sure. I mean, well, what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Like, a 3. 3 stays put. These two shift. So that's the absolute worst possible thing. Does the first guy flip? I bet you he does. Oh, yeah, he does. So that way we do miss. Does the second guy flip? He does not flip. So we miss. Last guy. He goes down here. Does he flip? He does not flip. So everybody misses. Or hits someone that doesn't, they can't damage. This guy's going to come over to the captain's sheet, since we can only effectively lure a guy at a time here. So I'm going to put my shield up. I'm going to play a move 4. And I'm going to continue to play my M3. Now that's not the best. We can actually take wounds this way. So it's a little crappier than I would like, but I shouldn't have jumped in. I thought I was going to be super clever, and it didn't work out. Let's just say that. Did not work out. So, and what I probably ought to do strangely enough, I'm going to attack this guy. Since he's flipped, I have a better chance there. And again, I don't have to attack on my own sheet. I can attack anyone on any sheet. That's my job as a player character. So he lines up here. And does he flip? He does. That really does suck, by the way. I would have killed him. So I screwed up again. So I thought I was being clever again. Instead, I'm going to take my shield damage and a wound. So, yay. This guy here goes to 3, so he flips down to here. Does he flip? He does. Having said that, the captain's actually going to take him out this time. So that's cool. Where does this guy go? He stays put. He doesn't flip. He's going to die this round. Last dude goes here. And doesn't flip. So, this wolf bangs the shield, and I have to wound. I'm going to wound the M5. This wolf is killed by the captain. He is intercepted. My sword is unreadied and blah, blah, blah. So there you go. This guy is intercepted by his guard and is killed. And we're left with these two. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to deploy both the guard and number 1 and HQ to this guy's sheet. So he comes off the captain's sheet. onto his own sheet here, and I'll play down there. So I took a wound. I took damage to the shield, which actually hurts me more. And then what we're going to do is try to gang tackle these last two wolves. So 3. So he shifts to the middle. Okay. Or does he flip? He does. The 2 guards, left and right. So we roll for them separately. 5 and 5. So they both go to the middle. So that wolf is so dead right now. Do they flip? Doesn't matter, but do they? This one and this one. Don't flip. Done. Down here, that wolf is getting double sorted. 5. He goes to the middle, I believe. Yep. Does he flip? No. So this wolf is intercepted and killed. This wolf is missed. Now everyone deploys to this wolf, who now goes to his own sheet. And then HQ deploys, and this guy deploys, and we go here. And now we roll for the wolf. Where does the wolf end up? 6, so he ends up down here. And he's going to be killed by the captain, actually. Does he flip? He does not. We're going to roll one separately, so the left-hand side does a 2. That means that this guy goes down here. The right-hand side is a 2, which means he goes down here. First guy flip. Nope. Second guy flip. Yep. Third guy flip. Yep. So everyone hits his dude. The captain hits first. He kills him with medium damage. That is the fight. Not the worst. It was a little dicier than we needed it to be because we tried to play cutesy. Sometimes cutesy works, and sometimes cutesy gets the whole guard killed by tremendous trolls, as you might have noticed before. The last time we did one of these. So these are each worth 1 prowess in this game. That is 21 points, right? 1 through 6, like that. So 21 prowess. The wolf plague is dead. That's worth a point for the captain. And these wolves can just be deleted. And we do get a trophy. So what is the trophy, I wonder? Plague of Wolves, we roll a single D6. It is a 4. We get a wolf charm. Walk the woods 3 times and then disappears. Okay. That is not... Well, I mean, that's pretty useful, actually. So we got this note card. We're going to shrink it down a tiny bit, right? You got to be super careful. Oh, geez. Okay. So the problem you have, so the one really, really bad thing here. There we go. We just had to delete it. You cannot manipulate something when you put it on a text box in this. I don't know if it's just this thing or Tabletop Simulator in general. You put something on a text box and you are going to be sorry that you did. So don't do that is the moral of the story. So let me shrink that down a tiny bit. I'm going to move this down a tiny bit to give me a little bit of room here. And so now we're going to do what we've done before, which is wolf charm. Walk woods. 3 uses. So sort of useful for him. Maybe. I mean, we're gonna. Problem is you can't see that too well, so I apologize. So that's what he has, and he got a point out of it, so that's cool. I that wolf plague is gone. And the first wolf that died, which I did not remember to keep. So I'm going to roll a d6 on a 1 and 2. It's going to be one of the medium wolves. On a 4, anything else, it's going to be one of the light wolves. So 4. So the first thing to be killed is one of the lighter wolves. That guy. He is now possessed by our spirit. He's not terrible, by the way. So we're going to take this spirit chip and put it on him. And just sort of remember that it's on this guy. And he's also our buddy. So now we have another buddy. Not great. Definitely not what you ideally would want. What you want is a big old hulking tremendous thing to take shots, which would be really good with these guard who are also pretty big. Because then you could play a really nice deploy game where you deploy all the guard and the tremendous guy on one dude, and then the tremendous dude's just like, okay, hit me, while these guys take shots. But alas, it's not to be. So here we are. So we got that done. Is there anything else that we need to do today before day 12 is over? Aside from clear this out. I don't think so. Okay. So what does that mean for our guys here? So what does it mean for the captain? Oh, the captain has executed his rescue also. So that's a 2-fer. Holy crap. So I almost forgot the rescue for crying. That's why we're here. Okay. I have to admit, the captain amassing a small army is sort of making me giggle a little bit. And we got Giant Slayer. All right. So now I need to go get a goblin. Right? I mean, I have diplomat goblins. There's a giant stack of them. Really, the goal by the end of the game now is how many followers can you? That's my total goal now. How many followers can I amass? So this is good. Good stuff. Okay. So good so far. So for the captain now, I think, well, geez, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, he's gonna go and he's gonna hit the goblins because that's an easy hit. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he ends up in cliff 5, and I don't think he hides because I don't think he needs to hide. Done. Yeah. I don't think he can walk the woods though without without leaving his boys behind. So nuts. I mean, the funny part is he could because he could all assign them. So right now that these guys are just following him. So we're gonna walk down there. That's his move. The woods girl, whose job is to get that cairn and slay a spider. 1, 2, 3. I don't think she's gonna do the 4 though. I don't think that's a good move for her. I mean, she could. Anything that's gonna show up, she can dodge. But I don't think that actually gives her much advantage either. So 1, 2, 3, and then she's gonna hide in the woods there. So I mean, hide, and then move, move, move to the woods. What woods? Oh, I should look this up. Maple Woods 2. So she is done. Amazon. Gosh darn it. Still sort of stuck, aren't you? So I think what we're going to do. Where is the statue? I'm betting the crag. Could be wrong, by the way. But I'm going to make that bet. So the question here is, how do we get to the crag in the most expedient way? She's going to go, so she's going to have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. I think that's the most expedient way. I think if she goes this way, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. This is probably more dangerous this way, just guessing for her. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Awful Valley. So the first thing to move is move 2, then move Chapel. Then she's going to execute a trade phase with the patrol just because she can do that for Envoy. This is going to be her extra move for the day. So that's 2 phases she has used. And she's going to be here. And then she's going to execute 2 more and end up at the Nutwoods 2. And she will be done. Yeah. Okay. And that's her day. The White Knight has hired his order buddy. It is time to get out of Dodge. We're going to head straight for the altar. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are going to hide once. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to end up in ruins, ledges 3. So we're going to hide once, move, 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 ledges 3. Done. I mean, we have a pretty good group of guys too, so I'm not super worried. We got a lot of armies moving through. So this is day 13 for us. Here's our order. Oops, I drew the knight first, I believe. I saw him, and then I accidentally put him back. What's the monster roll, though? 2, serpents and demons. So I think those guys are all dead. So 1, 2, she's going to execute a trade with the patrol. They don't have a helmet? Oh, she took the helmet. Right? Yeah, somebody takes the helmet. So Alchemist Mixture and Gloves of Strength. Wow. That ain't bad. I think I'm going to roll in the Gloves of Strength. Or an 8. Now, she's not going to get them. But she's friendly with patrol, so maybe she gets a 9. Maybe she gets lucky here. Maybe she gets... No, she doesn't. Okay, no deal. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is done. the captain. 1, 2, 3. And he just literally, the army marches. Bam. And what was the roll? The roll was a 2. So serpents and demons. I don't think anything appears. Nothing appears. So he is done. The White Knight goes 1, 2, 3, but he is hiding. Largely to avoid bats. He did. He is done. The Woods Girl is going to go 1, 2, 3. She's hiding. She is hidden. She flips that and is dank. So good for her because she gets vipered. Vipers are rough. Now she can flee from them, so I'm not super worried about it. But these guys are not. You do not trifle with the. And in fact, the problem with the Vipers is if they flip, she can no longer run. So that is a huge, huge, huge danger for her. They're only medium in armor. So that means a 3 or less. So 50% chance to kill them. On there. And how much are they worth? Like, what is she getting out of this slightly dangerous fight? 2. So 6 points total. You know what? Might not be worth it. Might be okay to just let them go. I think. So, do we have any battles? I don't believe we have any fights. So now it is day 14. So day 14, there's gray magic in every clearing. Something's going to come off the board. I certainly hope it's not all the goblins. So the captain is going to hide once. He'll hide twice. He will rest, and then he will move into Borderlands 2. And the reason he's hiding is just for all the other things that might happen in there. We just want to be able to make a decision on how we're going to fight. So we're not going to blindly go in. Hopefully, we just walk in, goblins are there. We grab one of them, and the rest of them disperse. The Woods Girl is going to move to Deep Woods 3. So move, Deep Woods 3. She is then going to hide once and then move to the spiders. And she is done. The Amazon is heading to the crowd. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves. So she can move to Bad Valley 4. That's what she's going to do. So she is done with her day. The White Knight is going to hide. Move 2. Actually, yeah. Is he going to hide? No, he's going to just move to the altar. Move, altar. Then he's going to search twice because he needs to locate the altar, and he is done. And the reason he doesn't feel the need to hide is, let's say he goes in here. Let's say he gets hit up by bats. These bats will come off the board, and the new one bat will spawn on him. Now that is largely dependent on order, but the most bats that can spawn on him at a time are 3. I think he can handle 3 bats with what he's got. He's going to just stick with that and get the extra move in today. So on day 14, end of the week, We're going to roll to see what regenerates, and it is dragons regenerate. And we don't actually have many dragons on the board. But we do have a couple coming back. And there they are. The order is the knight, the captain, and so on. The knight goes 1-2. He's going to locate 2 times. He fails the first time. He succeeds the second time in locating the altar. He crosses the altar off. And more importantly, he has scored the last day of the week. Gets a point. Locate altar. He has also spent a day in the ledges, so he's going to cross off the ledges off of his mountain pilgrim. And what he needs to do. Oh, I should maybe retcon that one. It doesn't matter. He would have searched 3 times anyway, since he can end up there. He still needs to get Navigator done, so we should probably just get that freaking done. That's his first search, strangely enough. Or no, it was not. So it's second search. He is done. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give him an extra search because he would have moved in there early. Let's see. Can he roll double ones? He rolls a 2. That's still not enough, is it? No, there's no cards in there. He is. Oh no! You know what he finds? Oh my God! Hold on. I think he finds the meadow. So let me do retcon his move, right? So he's gonna move, just move once to the altar. So that's a search because he knows those paths. So he searches. So he actually does also find the enchanted meadow. So that's sort of cool. I don't think that does anything for him. The question is the True Steel Sword somehow better than and it isn't. So it's a non-event. He's done. The Amazon goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does she know any of the ledges? Do I need to retcon her? No, she doesn't. So she's up there in the valley. She is done. And the Woods Girl moves here, moves here. Does she hide once? I believe she hides 1 time and then goes into the spiders. She does. And yeah. Do we do the captain yet? Because the captain is what? Hiding, resting. I think we skipped the captain somehow. So we're going to hide twice. We fail once. We succeed. We rest once. We move into there. Now, that is slightly unfortunate because we're going to draw the Flutters. Which could be okay. And I don't think anybody else gets anything today. So that's it. Now we have to adjudicate the captain. Now the captain is hidden. So that's cool on him. Now these guys can kill. They can kill his guard. His guard, this is a bad, those are bad fights for the guard, strangely enough. Weirdly enough, the Lancer is better with that guy. Because he can play his pony such that it's going to be a move 2 or a move 4, barely matters, right? So he can roll around with that guy. And if he's hit, he's going to attack at the same time and have a spear. So he's lancing dragon all day. These guys unfortunately get auto hit by the dragons. So they would have to play the game where they all gang tackle one of them. But what we're going to do first is we're going to play the diplomat first. So what diplomat is, it's encounter goblins. So we do. They're going to disperse and head back to the board. But one of the three groups one, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we have a couple. There you go. One of these three groups is going to join. One of them is going to join him. So let's roll a die. 1 to 2, it's the axe. 3 to 4, it's the spears. 5 to 6 is the swordsman. So he gets a great swordsman. Also, killed every time, by the way, by but we do have an option here. So we're going to essentially, oops, not 3. He doesn't get 3. He gets 1. So we're going to essentially become unhidden, and the dragons sort of, so we're gonna lure the dragons pretty much. It's sort of how this is gonna roll, right? And one of them is going to. Now we have a lot of sheets. There's a lot of sheets to play. It's getting a little silly. So I actually need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets possibly. I'm not going to use all 6 of these this time, so no worries there. So, lock these down. So, we're going to lower one of these guys to here, and he's going to play on his sheet. And what happens is we essentially play the horse in the encounter step like this. The horses automatically flip here. Largely what it means is we get to choose which side we're going to play the horse on. Horses do not change tactics, even if you are not playing them on their side. So he has a move too. So this largely means that he can't undercut us. And so this is going to be an auto win for him at some point in time. Over here, we are going to deploy everybody to this last dragon sheet, with 2 being. So we're going to have this, and we're going to have this. And barely matters. Strangely enough, actually, I hate to say it, this guy is going to be the target, because he is a move 3. He's awesome on that side. I don't care if he can kill this guy or not ever. He is awesome on that side. So that's how this is going to play out. So the captain makes peace with the goblins. The dragons attack. The goblins decide to join his side momentarily. The lancer takes off after one of the dragons. They're his natural ancestral enemy here. And the rest of the guard is, you know, and the goblin's like, come get me, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, so let's roll the top one first. 5. So he ends up down here. Does he flip? He does not. So what's going to happen here is the dragon misses because he's attacking an L2. The lancer misses because he's attacking a 4. So there you go. Down here, the dragon is going to go to the bottom. And does the dragon flip or not? He does not flip. Ideally, he would have flipped because then he couldn't kill anybody on the board. The goblin is going to go, because this is important. 5. The goblin goes to here. That's good. Does the goblin flip, which is also critically important? No. These guys all roll as a unit. 4. So they all stay intact. Does the first guy flip? No. Does the second guy flip? No. Does the third guy flip? No. This is good. So, first round of combat, weapon lengths are first. This guy goes first. He's going to do tremendous damage and kill that dude. Okay, there you go. So that's the first round. So I'm going to stick with... So I'm actually going to stick with this for now. No one's going to attack other than this guy at the moment. And the reason I'm going to do that is that there is a very small chance. So, look, with all these dudes, you are killing this dragon. You're going to hit him, and one of these guys is going to hit him. But there is a chance that that dragon hits before any of his attackers hit. Because he does have a faster attack than everybody but him on this side, right? So this is the only... So I'm going to stay with this for a single round. Now, the other cheesy thing you could do is keep this going, and then the captain can play chits and fatigue. So we're going to stick with this for... So this is round 1, that dragon's dead. Round 2, we're going to play just like this. We're hoping for a 4. Well, 4 does it. Does the dragon flip? No. So what happens is these times are the same, but this weapon length is longer. The lance goes first, kills the dragon with heavy damage before the dragon can swoop in and get him. Very thematic, actually. And that combat is done. And we have scored a point of goblins. We've scored Goblin Diplomat. We've fought 2 dragons. We've scored 15 points of prowess. Man, now the White Knight's like, this is getting dicey. This captain is nothing to mess with because he is going to have 39 prowess at the end of the week. The White Knight's going to have 38. So that's an interesting battle there. Does anyone else have a fight at the end of the day today? I do not think so. I think, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we do. The Woods Girl has a very important fight. She's got a lot of stuff going on today. So she can run, and that's great. But she doesn't have to. She's going to play 2 chits. She's going to go here. And she's going to shoot. Who's going to shoot first? Well, let's see. Barely matters. But if she gets a choice, then she's going to go for one of these guys first, in the hopes that she can get 3, 3, 3, 6 at the very end, because that would be, he'd be worth 24 points if she killed him fourth. But let's see if she gets that. We're a little bit ahead of ourselves, right? So she needs on a heavy, so missile table. She needs a 3, 2, or 1. Heavy unarmored 3, 2, or 1. These are good shots for her. 4, she doesn't do it. Ugh. Does she become unhidden? Oh, she rolls 1 die. Nope, stop. 1 die. She's in the woods. This is actually great for her. But she does become unhidden because it's not as good as it sounds. She's going to run away by playing a move, and she's going to fatigue, and she is done. So that was that. That was the power of the overpowered ambush shooting. So she ends up there. That's the end of her day. Let's calculate the scores. Man, that was a week. Holy crap. A lot of stuff going on. So the first thing, what I'm going to do is, who's got prowess? I think it's 39 to 38. So the captain is 2 points. The white knight is 1 point. Who's got gold? The captain unfortunately spent. I'm sorry, I didn't mark it. He spent 24 gold to hire these guys. Oh no, yeah, price times 2, done. So the captain is not going to score gold. She's not scoring gold. He's not scoring gold. No one is scoring gold. Gold is 0. Great Treasures, I believe, is the White Knight. Yep, Great Treasures is the White Knight. Spells, nobody. So let's look at cards now. So let's turn these on. Cards. Captain's got 5 of them. He scored 7 points. The Woods Girl has 2 points in cards. That's it. She's got 2 points. That is not a good. It's not good. The big boys here are eating up the categories. The Amazon, rough time. She's got a point. She's actually down a point. She's down to a single point. So I feel bad because I feel that she ended up with an awesome scene in the game, surviving, but that hasn't played out much for her otherwise. White Knight has 5 points still. He scores a card point, gets a point of prowess stolen from him. He ends up with 5 points. The captain has fired into the lead. What I'm most sort of fascinated about is the White Knight has his little cadre of guys. The captain has the most hirelings I have seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hirelings. Spirit Rescue, Goblin Diplomat, Hired the Guard. He has 6 guys in his employ. So he literally just needs to do whatever the hell he wants. so we really need to get that rolling. Natives arrive, place a group of natives wherever they could, otherwise appear. So that's what he gets in for the goblins. He gets natives up here. Okay, that's fine. Not super exciting. Having said that, Boy, killing the wood folk because they're unfriendly. So he actually can attack them. Typically, my mental sort of headcanon rule is you can't just go rando kill natives unless you don't like them. Um, he could put the wood folk at one of the campfires, the small campfire. So he could put the wood folk at the small campfire. It's a little bit of a trek, but he could put them at the small campfire, gut them, take their crap, deal with the peddler right there, maybe score a point there. On the way, maybe get a giant. Don't know. So there you go. Woods Girl is going to try to get Spider Slayer and the Spider Plague done. The Amazon probably going to hit up the crag at this point and explore the crag. The White Knight is going to finish Navigator, and he gets to take cover instead of locate the altar. So there you go. That's it. That's where we're at. This is week 2. This has been a long one. But man, this game has been fraught with peril. Keep in mind, we're also drawing 3 events. 1, 2, 3, beginning of next week. So that's it. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.